Glenn. First of all, thank you to everybody who came out tonight. I don't know how many is here right now, but I know in a few minutes it's going to be packed house in a few seconds, and then you don't want to be late. So if you got friends, family, loved ones, hated enemies, it doesn't matter. They're probably driving the car, so have them come in before they buy any more gas. Make sure they get them in here. So I wanted to present to some, introduce to others. My guy. I mean, I've only known Glenn, Glenn, 2 weeks, maybe?
Yeah.
And I feel like we grew up together. He's a great guy, and I call him a big shot, but he won't take that number. But I call him a big shot because I've tried to do things in the network marketing MLM game for years. My brother's on here too. He knows I've tried to give him stuff forever, and he's like, come on, man. So, but he's here now, right? And he's in. And he's ready to get going. So I know when my brother James, who's a forever skeptic, is on here saying, let's get it, I know it must be something real special. And Glenn's part and parcel to that. And my sponsor, Greg Stinson, I'd like to appreciate Reverend Stinson for bringing me to this as well. And without any further ado, Glenn Finley. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Glenn Finley.
No. We don't need that. Okay. No hands. All right. Hey guys, thank you so much for being on here. My name is Glenn Finley. I'm talking to you from Birmingham, Alabama, and I'm going to go ahead and get started here. This is a Friday night. We normally don't do stuff on Fridays, but here in the States, there was an activity going last night, and so we're going to go ahead and do it on a Friday night. So I want everybody to grab a pen, grab a sheet of paper, take some copious notes. And we got a special guest that I'm going to bring on here at the end of this, and I want to be brief, but I also want to go ahead and ask everyone to, if you don't mind, if you're in a loud area, go ahead and mute yourself right now, because we want a good, clean call. This call is being recorded. So we want a good, clean call. And then we're going to have a Q&A. And my job is to help you get out of here as fast as possible. So let's go ahead and get started. And I'll tell you a little bit about myself later on, but I'm not anybody important right now, okay? So I'm just going to present. So my job is to do that. So the company that we're going to be talking about tonight is called XCELERATE Fuel Tabs. And man, I'm so excited to have a gentleman on here that actually shared this opportunity with me and about 2 months ago. And he shared the technology with me and the whole nine. And I've been in the network marketing industry for many years. And I was kind of getting away from it until he told me about this. And I said, okay, I'm ready to go. So I'll tell you more about this guy here in a minute. But what I want to share with people is this. People are stressed out right now at the pump. And they're wanting more income. And they're wanting to just a break. And we feel as though that we have the answer for a lot of this. What do? We have a company that produces, that markets for a manufacturer that's been in business for over 30 years. And it's called the Excel Fuel Pill. And it's going to allow you to go to the pump less. And it's going to also allow you, if you choose to be able to earn a weekly and monthly residual income, sharing this with others. So I just kind of want to give you some facts and figures real quick before we get started, just to kind of preface you as to what a lot of people are dealing with right now. As you can see, 78% of employees right now are living paycheck to paycheck. And more than half can't even cover a $500 emergency. And that's in the United States. 44.7 million Americans have a total of $1.64 trillion in student loan debt. That's ridiculous. 33% of Americans have nothing saved for retirement. That's scary. 20% of employees admit that they've skipped work in the last year to deal with financially related stress. That's bad. 71% of employees say that uncertainty about money is the biggest stress that they face right now in the workplace. 4% of adults don't have access to a financial health program or a financial expert. 63% of employees said that their financial stress had increased since the start of the pandemic. Nearly half of employees whose financial stress increased also said that finances have been depleted. Okay. More than 1 in 4, that's 27% of U.S. adults, I don't know about Canada, don't pay their bills on time. Okay. 52% of employees are more concerned with their financial health than their physical and mental and spiritual health right now. Folks, let me tell you, the reason I wanted to bring these 10 things up is because we got an issue going on. Now, we can't solve it, but we got a company that can help us do some things, help us go into action instead of just complaining. And I'm super excited that Val introduced me to this program. And the whole objective tonight is what's in it for you? What is in it for you? Well, number one, does this product work? Is it really going to be what you guys are talking about? Do I need this product? Am I willing to try this product? And can I make money with this? Those are the questions that we're going to answer tonight. Now, what I want to do, I want to play a very short video about our product. Okay. I could talk about it, but I would rather just play a short video, get some of the questions answered. Then I'm going to go into the money part. Then I'm going to bring our special guest, my sponsor, Val Smith, out of Canada. So sit back, relax, take some notes, because you're going to like what you see and you're going to love what you hear.
You can change how much you're going to start paying at the fuel pump. You can change and start taking control back at the fuel pump. You can start going further for less. Think that one through. Go further for less. You can start changing how fat your wallet's going to be, because at the end of this call, I'm going to show you how you can create a business out of this. And you can start now by starting today. So in the next 15 minutes, it's all about choices. That's what it's about, whether you will or whether you won't. And I wrote a piece and put it out there for everybody yesterday about what's going on with our company and what we've got, why we should be winners in this business. Fuel prices aren't high. You go, Mal, you're crazy. No, your dollar is losing value. Not you specifically, right? We're everywhere around the world. Our currency is losing value. And because of that, our prices are going up. Fuel is $50 a barrel. It just takes $100 US to buy that $50 barrel of fuel. It's because the currency, our financial future, is going down. So here's two real main points. Everything's going to get more expensive, and you better have some sort of hustle to be packing your wallet, because you're going to get in trouble. And it all begins with this one tablet, XCELERATE fuel tabs. And they come in a package like this. For you brand new people, your packages will stay to the end of the call, and I'll tell you how you're going to get them shipped to you right away. They come with 6 tablets in a pack. Each tablet treats 20 gallons of fuel, whether it's diesel, gasoline, anything that's a fossil fuel that's burning in an engine. So I want you to think about that. This pertains to every single thing that you're using, not just the people driving. I want you to think about that for a second. We're in the point in our lives where we're spending 10 to 25% of what we earn every single month to drive to where we make money, earn an income, to go and spend 10 to 25% of that, to keep going back, to keep trying to make an income. It's a vicious cycle. We got to make a difference, and that's as easy as it can be. Think about that. So you get 6 tablets, that's 120 gallons. For you guys up there in Canada, 70 liters to a gallon, right? So one tablet treats 70 liters. And it's pretty easy to know. Look at your manual, look at what you got. You can figure out how many tablets you can put into your vehicle. I suggest you do double up at the very start, because besides changing what happens with the fuel burn rate, it also cleans out, I'm going to show you, the emissions in your vehicle. So we've got something everybody wants, everybody needs. It's fuel. Everyone's angry about it. So what happens? How's this work? I'm not going to get into being a science or a biology technology. Why do I say biology? Because this is biodegradable. The product actually comes from a plant-based to begin with. Think about that. And that makes sense, because carbon, fuel is carbon. And carbon is an original format of this earth, one of the elements. And when you burn carbon, you get even more carbon. So it makes sense something natural is able to treat it. What it does, it releases more energy within each fuel molecule. More energy, more power, better fuel mileage. That's what you want. So you go further for less. You're going to drive further, longer miles for less money out of your pocket. You're going to keep your engine younger. We're going to cover that. And you're going to save at the fuel pump, and you're going to take back control. This is what the inside of your engine should look like. And the trouble is, efficiency goes down, because when we burn a fossil fuel, when we're burning a carbon-based product, and that's what oil, diesel, and gasoline is, we create more carbon. Pretty oxymoron, right? And that carbon we create is what lines our engine. And that's why we have oil in our engine, to try and cover up that carbon, because what it does, it's like sandpaper, and it just grinds it away and it takes away the efficiency. So if you're able to turn your engine back new, and that's what patented XCELERATE fuel tabs do, whether you're driving a nice gas engine like this BMW, or you're driving a diesel pickup truck, or you're driving a heavy tractor trailer. There's a lot of guys I know. We have some seriously big thinkers in this team of ours that have gone out there, and all the Canadian truckers, bringing them on board. Whether you're a farmer and you've got diesel pumps in your irrigation, or you got, Kirk up there in Alberta, and you're running great big combines and tractors, and all you guys out there, I know all you guys up there in Canada and in the Midwest are out there seeding right now and finishing up your seeding and getting ready for the season, whether you're riding high-end bikes or whether you're riding old school bikes like this one I built myself. It doesn't matter. It's going to make a difference. I even use it in my lawnmower. So whether you got a height, some people ask about boats and that. This boat of mine runs on 110 octane. It's really hard to find race fuel for the engine. It's got two 526 cubic inch big block engines. It's going to help. Now, if you're going to clean up that efficiency and clean up that carbon in your engine, most of the products out there, and we'll cover this, they do not get rid of it. They use a detergent in their product, and they just wash it through your engine. And then it goes back into the sump, and it goes round again and again and again. And that's what pollutes. That's what pollutes the world. This is an eco-friendly company. And you're going to change that to this, because that's really important. I'll explain that a little bit, but not into science. Here's a fuel molecule. And you're going to take a fuel molecule. The physics of combustion is taking the same amount of fuel and getting a greater release of engine. And then with that, you're going to get more energy, which means all the components in your engine are going to move faster, quicker, and better. More power. Can't do it, sweetheart, in the middle of a call. More efficiency. So what to do for you? It saves on fuel. It gives you a better maintenance. It lowers your emissions. All of that gives you more power, more money in your pocket. That's what you want, right? We're all about money. I know that's selfish, but that's what it's about. So here's the most important thing about our company. When you got something hot, there's going to be a lot of people out there with other products. That's okay. I don't mind. When people hear about it, they always will end up at the best. Our company, XCELERATE Fuel Tabs, is the only original patented fuel tab business. Everyone else out there is copying us. They're copy and pasting what we have. They're saying that they're us. That's not true, folks. This is the only one, formulated by the original family that still own the business. Their father, 35 years ago, PhD chemist, and he worked for NASA. That was his job. His job was to sit down and formulate a product that would increase the burn power and the burn rate of rocket fuel. And then from there, the company at NASA said, let's develop it for everything else that's burning fuel. And that's where this came from. And fortunately for us, that family decided to patent that product that their father created and then start a business of their own from it. They've treated more than 4 billion gallons of fuel already. It's patented worldwide. There's 35 years of research and development. I want you to think about that. Someone says, will it hurt my engine? Well, if that was the case, they wouldn't still be in business in 35 years. It's the only EPA registered product. That's important too. This company's name and the EPA registration are one and the same. So there's a lot of companies trying to duplicate it. That never, ever, ever, ever will compete with us. So I kind of repeat this for you. EPA registered, patented technology. And because what we have, most companies out there that copy us have to fill up their product with that. Have a look down here on the right, a very bad formula. It's called tetramethylbenzene 1, 2, 4, and 5. That's what they need to do to try and get their active ingredient in their product to work. So here's a really important thing. Our company, 100% of the product is active. I want you to think about that. That pill, that fuel tab, the product in it is 100% active. All the other companies is 10% active, 90% is fillers, binding agents, and or detergents to trying to make their product work. Why aren't they the same as us? Because that's really expensive to do the 100% active product. And our company's been doing it for 35 years. So 80% reduction in emissions, that's really important if you care about the ecology out there. 20% savings on your fuel and 30% increase in power. It just makes sense, right? It just makes sense to be using the product. That's what I want you to think about. Stop and have a look at this. If you're watching this on a replay, stop the page right now and have a look at what this one pill is going to do for you. And you can stop the page right here, because some people say, you know, I know there's a couple guys on here. I know one of the guys on here is and his wife are both nuclear physicist instructors. Think about that. I'm sure they want to read this kind of page. I know another guy on here is an engineer. I'm sure he wants to read this page, right? Well, this page, so stop the clip. Just go back and watch this replay, and you can have this, and you can read what it's all about. Worldwide patent. It's the original. It's a solid fuel catalyst. This is really important. 30 years of development. It's treated more fuel than any other product in the world. And here's the main thing: 100% active ingredient, 100% biodegradable. That's what you want. You want the best that you can have. Now, I'm not going to go into this on this call. We did it on all the other calls. But all the other products out there, what they're doing is taking this company's data and copy and pasting their stuff over the top. And that's kind of illegal. Well, it's not kind of illegal. It is illegal. I'm not even going to get into all the court cases that have already been filed over it all. So stick with the best. Stick with the original. You won't end up in trouble. You can have a look here. Look, see the same charts. Look at all these different companies. They can just copy and pasting their stuff over the top. Be careful what you're doing. Don't get caught with the wrong product when you could have the right product.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to our science class tonight. All right. You know, I wanted to go ahead and stop that because I think that's enough information to give people that want to stay on here and find out what is this all about. And why are all these people on here tonight on a Friday evening when they could be doing something else? Well, the reason being is because it's very difficult to not be excited about what we're about to show you. And I'm so glad to be able to have someone thought enough of me to share this with me and say, hey, look, take a look at this. The individual, my sponsor, the individual that shared this with me, he didn't go into all that. He said, Glenn, he said, you want to make a lot of money? I'm like, well, you know I do. He says, well, I need you to order a tablet. And he didn't tell me much about it. He said, see if it works. If it does, keep it going. If it doesn't, I'll check you on the next go round. That's pretty much how I got started, folks. Okay. I'm not a scientist. I don't like all that kind of stuff, but I have to show it for those people that are. What we're going to be talking about tonight is a way for you to change your life financially because of what's going on in the economy right now, in the world economy. As the gentleman was talking about earlier, we have an incredible formula called the XCELERATE Fuel Tab. And what I'm showing you right here on this particular screen is actually the different dynamics or the amount of packs that you can order minus one. We've got another pack that's a little bit more expensive, but I'm not going to go into that right now. And as you can see, we have a 1-pack, we have a 3-pack, and we have a 10-pack. All right. One tablet handles 20 gallons of gas. So if you look over to the left of the screen, if you were to purchase a 24-pack and try this, you could use this 6 times, six fill-ups if you have a vehicle that's 20 gallons or less. That is awesome. Okay. I've been involved and I know people that were heavily involved in nutritional products. Okay. This particular product is very, very inexpensive. Okay. I'm going to try to not be hyped up and excited, but it's just hard. But what we're going to be talking about is our 3-pack. Okay. Our 3-pack. And I learned this from my sponsor, Val. Now, why are we going to be talking about our 3-pack? Because this is the magic number in our compensation plan. This is the magic number in our business. All right. $60 gets you 18 tablets. And you'll see why we're going to be talking about that here in just a minute. Now, when you get started, let's talk about how do we earn? How do we earn in this program? Well, we have really 4 different ways of making money, but we're going to talk about 3. The first way is what we call a fast start bonus. And our fast start bonus is this. When someone enrolls in this particular program, all right, it's free. there's no cost. There's no um, there's no decision that you have to make. Tonight, everybody that's not in this program will have the opportunity to get their own website, start their own business tonight for free. Okay, so you can't spend any money with us tonight, but you're going to have to make a decision once you enroll as to what product you would like to buy. And we're going to kind of show you what we suggest tonight, and you'll see how this makes sense. So when someone orders a 1-pack from you, the initial order is $24. You're going to earn $10, right? You make 50% of what we call a CV, and the CV of the $24 pack is 20 CV, all right? A 3-pack, when someone orders that from you, you earn $21. If someone below them orders, you earn $6. And when someone below them orders, you earn $3. We're going to show you how dynamic that can be. All right. And you can see over to the right as what happens if they order a 10-pack. Okay. Even more money. All right. But we're going to focus tonight on something that's very affordable. That's a $60 order getting and starting your business. Okay. So we're going to talk about that. Now, we also have what we call a 3x8 force matrix. 3x8 force matrix. And the way that works is basically when someone gets involved in your business, all right, they can only, or you can only enroll 3 people on your level 1. You can only have 9 people on your level 2, 27 people on your level 3, all the way down through 8 levels. Now, why do we call it a forced matrix? Because individuals above you, when they're bringing individuals in, they are forced in this matrix, which means that you get what we call spillover in the network marketing industry, meaning I just call it a blessing. That's all I do. I call it a blessing. And the system goes from left to right until it fills up each spot in your matrix. Okay. So our objective tonight is to get you to a point to where you're earning some really good income. Okay. Now, again, there's no cost to join this business. All right. You just have to decide on what you want to, what particular product amount you want to order. All right. So let's take a look at this. The individuals that set this up were, I call them pretty genius, because rather than getting paid on different percentages on different levels, they pay us 5% on the entire 3x8 matrix. And you guess what? In this particular business, you don't even have to recruit anyone to earn an income. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. Also, I'm going to let Val talk to you about that because he created that. All right. So let's just take a look at this. Let's say, for instance, your matrix in a perfect world filled up. You've got 3 people on your first who bring in people, who bring in people, who bring in people, and your matrix begins to fill up. And let's just say over time, you've got all your levels filled up. That's over 9,000 distributors. Now, again, this is the United States and Canada. There are 9,000 people just in my community. Okay. So that's not going to be that difficult because you got help. You're not doing that by yourself. Well, 5% of a $60 order is $3. So if 9,000 people were ordering a 60-pack, a 6-pack, I'm sorry, $60 3-pack, excuse me, I'm super excited about this, then you're going to earn 9,000 times $3. Now, my math tells me that's $27,000 per month. Now, why do I say per month? Because we're not talking about a product that people have to make a decision to use. Everybody that you know and everybody that you don't know uses gasoline, whether it's $5 a gallon, whether it's $8 a gallon, or whether it's $1 a gallon. Doesn't matter, because this pill is going to save you money on fuel, gas, and diesel. I'm going to constantly put this in my car. I don't care what the price of gas is, but because it's expensive now, it's going to be even more dynamic. Okay. So you're looking at over $27,000 a month coming into your home month after month after month after month. not because you built an organization of 9,000 distributors, but because we helped you build that. That's what this business is all about. We help you build that. Now, guess what? I'm almost done with the compensation plan. I want to spend time on the product so the compensation plan could get you excited so that you can start really taking a look at some dreams and goals that maybe you have on the shelf that you can now kind of dust off and start achieving some of those dreams and goals. All right. Now, the last part of our compensation plan is our 50% match. All right. These three individuals that created this business had a heart. And this is what they said. They said, what we're going to do, we're not going to have to make you a captain commando. There's not going to be all these different positions that you got to jump through hoops and things of that nature. They wanted people to win. So they created a 50% match on everyone that you personally bring in yourself. Whatever they earn in this matrix, you're going to get 50% of that, and it's not coming out of their check. Meaning that if you brought me into the program and I've earned $10,000 this month, you're going to earn $5,000 this month because I earned 10. Okay. Now let's break it down to some smaller numbers. As you can see on this chart here, let me move it, go to the next slide here, make it a little bit larger. As you can see, if you never recruit anyone in this program, you look over to the right, we're going to pay you on levels 1, 2, and 3 as long as you place a $60 order. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. What does that mean? That means that that's 39 people that's in your organization on levels 1 through 3, each of them ordering 60 CV. That means you're earning $117 per month, and you haven't brought a soul in the program. Now, what's your initial cost each month? 60. What's your return on your investment? 117. That's a no-brainer. Okay. Stevie Wonder can see that. Ray Charles can see that. But the company says this: if you decide to bring on 2 other individuals, let me kind of get this out the way because I can't even see it. Bring on 2 other individuals, we're going to allow you to get paid. We're going to open up levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Wow, that's amazing. 2 people. Okay, in the network marketing industry, the average person recruits 2.5. All right. Can you see the heart that these individuals had when they created this compensation plan? Now, if you want to get paid on levels 7, you just have to sponsor 4. Level 8, you just have to sponsor 5. I think I brought 5 in my first 3 or 4 hours. Okay. Done deal. I qualified. My goal is to help each and every one of you do that and a lot more. Okay. Now, again, we're talking about a 50% match. Now, as I look at my watch here, I want to make sure that I'm still under an hour. I want to bring on the gentleman that brought me in the business, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be involved in this program. Val Smith out of Canada. Are you still with us, sir?
Hey, Glenn, how are you?
Man, I'm fantastic. As you can tell, I can't even talk tonight.
It's you're excited, man. It's great to watch you do a presentation. This is my first time actually seeing you in action, and I can tell you're excited with enthusiasm. And great job, by the way. Great presentation, and bringing Malcolm in on the from Australia to do that other little recorded segment was pretty cool. I'm sitting there looking around for Malcolm on the call, but it was a recording. It was awesome. So good job.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so what do you want me to cover tonight in my little portion before you get shut down here?
Well, what I want you to do is just kind of, you're known on the internet. Let me kind of stop sharing my screen here. You're known all over the internet, and you already have a thriving business right now, technology company. What made you get involved in this? We talked for 5 seconds and then that was it. But what prompted you to really look at this business?
Well, I could not. I think anyone that doesn't take this serious has some serious issues. I really, really do. I've been doing this for 43 years. Graduated from not so good to okay to eventually being one of the top marketers in the world back in the late 90s. Evolved into a corporate executive. I sold $91 million in courses on the internet that I created. I didn't make $91 million. I had an affiliate program, but did extremely well. So there's really nothing that I don't know about this industry, the good, the bad, the ugly. I became a scholar of this industry. This industry is my passion. My wife tells me that I should walk away from it, but I said we wouldn't have all the beautiful things in life and still have so much to give. Can't take your Ferraris or your house with you. You can't take the money with you. The only thing you can take with you when you graduate and leave this planet are all the things you gave away. And so while I'm still young at 59 years old this year, I have a whole lot to give. And I'm just going to be a little bit transparent on the line. There's a lot of people I'm not very fond of on the internet. I think there's a lot of false teachers on the internet. I think there's a lot of false communicators on the internet. I think there's a lot of deceptive people on the internet, and I have a real deep challenge to that based on my spiritual belief system. So one of the things that I kept saying for the last 7 years, for anyone that's ever heard me on a call, people have been trying to get me back into multi-level marketing for a number of years. And I said I would never go back to that cesspool ever again. And I'm just being honest with you. From my perspective, I said, I want nothing to do with that. I'm not going back. But I said there's only one thing that would ever draw me back to network marketing. And the reason why I say that is because, I've never seen anyone teach network marketing correctly. Now, when I was naive and innocent and I was drinking the Kool-Aid, I could be manipulated into business opportunities. But I come from a Pentecostal background. I feel that I've been given a vision, a gift that very few people in the world have. I can see everything. Really, it's really strange to me. Like it's really foreign to me. I know that sounds crazy, but I can see the good, the bad, the ugly walking into a room. I can tell you who's what, where, when, and how, what they're going to do and predict the next thing they're going to say. So when I take a look at the big influencers on the internet, no offense, I'm just telling you my story. I'm not impressed. I'm really not impressed. So I taught a course called the Dead Sea Scrolls to Marketing for a number of years, teaching all the interesting behaviors, what works, what doesn't work, all the false teachings, showing you what really is going on behind the scenes of network marketing. So I'm building up to the story about this business, just so you know where I'm coming from. So I got drawn into a conversation about a gas bill, because I tell people, I said, the only one thing that would ever bring me back to network marketing for the last 7 years, and it's kind of amazing how you put something out there and then it manifests into reality. You just never know when that reality is going to kick into play. It's not going to be overnight, but 7 years later, here I am on this call after preaching to people that gasoline is the only thing that would ever bring me back. Everything else, stay away from my kids, stay away from my family, lose my phone number. Don't violate my space. Don't talk to me about anything. Talk to me about gasoline or go home. I love you in spirit, but you know what? You can't be a part of my life. And MLM, I wanted no part of it. I'm just being honest with you. So lo and behold, I had a lady friend from Australia send me a website, and I go like, wow, like this is amazing. It's somebody that I know, right? So I won't get into giving out names here, but anyhow, it was somebody that I know that owned the company, and they had this gas pill, not this gas pill that I have in my hand. This is the real, authentic, patented, genuine Louis Vuitton, not the fake, fraudulent stuff that the other companies are promoting, and I know that scientifically. So you're seeing the real Louis Vuitton right there, right now. Go on another conference call. You'll never see this pill on any other conference call. You'll see clones and fabrications, but you'll never see the real authentic. You know what I'm saying? So anyhow, to make a long story short, I was manipulated into a business opportunity. I should have known better. I went against my better judgment. I went against my stomach. I went against my gut. But again, I realized that what got me into it was the fake fraudulent pill got me into it. And then I realized a few weeks later that I had been duped. I'd been misled. I was fraudulently, manipulated. So I have no problem telling you, because I really want you to know as much of the story as I possibly want to share on tonight's call. So while I was doing that, I built a team of almost 9,000 plus people in about 30 days in that company. And the funny thing was, I had over 9,000 people on my team. You know what my check was? It was $611. That's what you get. That's what you get for being in a binary. One of the worst paid plans out there, unless you're a company owner or a heavy hitter. It would have paid me a lot more as I developed it. But anyhow, so what you talked about the compensation plan here, we designed this compensation plan for every man, woman, child, first, second, third world, single parent on welfare. We designed this from our hearts, spiritually, philanthropically. It creates miracles, this comp plan, when you really understand it.
You don't know me, do you?
So anyhow, Glenn, can you mute them out? I get some background noise there. Just look.
I got you. Okay.
Good stuff. So anyhow, one of the people that I brought into the business opportunity, his name's Dan Maltese. And Dan comes to me and he says, I said to Dan, I said, what do you do? And I said, I'm building this business by myself here. I've got over 9,000 people on my team in 3.5 weeks and almost $400,000 in volume. What are you doing, man? Where are you? Like, I thought we were going to blow this up together. He comes back to me and he says, you're not going to believe this. I said, what? He says, this whole damn thing's fraud. He says, I've been doing forensic background research. I've been going through all the court documents, all the public records, contacting all the companies, dealing with the lawyers. I mean, this guy was like, you don't want this guy checking you out. Like he'll find out every mark on your body if he wants. He's just so unbelievable at uncovering things. And so he said, I found the real company that brought this product to the industry 35 years ago in the oil fields, big engineering, trucking industry, heavy duty machinery. And he said, all this company's been doing is taking all these little Mickey Mouse companies to court over the last 15 years for patent infringement. So anyhow, he says, why don't you go to so-and-so, the company we're affiliated with, and ask him if he wants the real deal. So I went to the person that kind of duped me, and I just wanted to see what their true colors were all about. And I said, hey, I got the real product. I said, I can introduce you to the real company, the real creators, NASA scientists working on rocket fuel, working on racing cars, the automotive industry. I said, I can introduce you to everybody. And he says, no, I'm not interested. He says, I have a really good thing going with what I have going now. And once he said that, I was blown away because, for me, it's like somebody saying, hey, if I could introduce you to, give you the keys to the kingdom, do you want it? And somebody's saying, no, I'm not interested in the keys to the kingdom. So I was giving him the golden ticket to Willy Wonka. He said no. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to tell you what I said. I'll be nice on tonight's call. So anyhow, no fire and brimstone here tonight. So anyhow, to make a long story short, Dan said to me, he said, so what do you want to do? He says, what do you want to do now that we have the golden ticket to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory? We're the only people in the world that have it. He says, what do you want to do? He says, I will follow your lead. And I said, I know where you're going with this. I said, you want to start a company with it? He said, yeah, maybe we should. I said, I really have no intention of doing that, but I'm not going to say no. So let's do it. So we put this together, called it XCELERATE. We thought it would be our gift to the industry. It's in pre-launch right now, brand new, ground floor. Lots of Canadians here. I'm a Canadian. I live in Alberta. I know some of you right now personally. I've interacted with some of these Albertans on the line for different things in the recent and in the past. So beautiful to see a lot of Canadians here. No offense to my American friends. Love you all too. But it's really cool to see a lot of people here from Canada. So anyhow, we launched this, pre-launched it, and we're putting it all together. It's coming together. Should be looking pretty good in about 2 weeks from now. This product actually went out, hit the mail 2 days ago for some people. It's going out in block segments. So first block went out, and then everybody else will get the product shipped out as of Monday. And I'm stoked and I'm excited. As you know, I have access to the product well before any of you. I've got very expensive automobiles. I don't drive low-end stuff. I've got twin turbo BMWs. I've got a Ferrari. I've got everything. I've got all the silly toys, bells and whistles, and I have this product in my cars. And I'm not going to come on here and tell you I'm saving money on gas, because I'd be lying to you if I said that, because my driving habits are not proper. When you have high performance cars, speed limit here, for example, is 110 on the highway kilometers an hour, 100 kilometers. I'm at about 140 to 160, 130. I have no problem telling you that, but I'm very good at it. I've been racing cars. I've been racing go-karts, race motorcycles. So my heavy foot is a little bit different. But what I will tell you, here's the part that I will tell you. You would never dare put regular, the most abrasive, disgusting fuel on the planet in a $200,000 car or a $140,000 car or a $400,000 car. I've done that. Okay. I wouldn't do it before, but I put the pill in, and I've actually got a video of me doing it in one of our BMWs, putting the pill in there and dropping it in and putting regular fuel in there. What I wanted to do is I wanted to see if I could trigger a light, because with the computer components that are in a BMW, man, just I used regular gas driving from Edmonton to Banff, Alberta. We were popping lights everywhere, going past Leduc and Nisku and Red Deer and, you know, Innisfil and, you know, working our way down through Airdrie and Calgary, booming lights. You know, I had to phone my mechanic and tell him, hey, man, I'm panicking. My heart's palpitating. I'm driving my Beamer. I put regular fuel in there just to see, without putting a pill in it. I wanted to see if we could trigger lights just on that. So I have some documentation. And he said, go ahead, keep driving, because it was saying, you know, reduce speed, engine malfunction, please service your car at BMW, blah, blah, blah. But it didn't affect the performance. We're still doing 140. My daughter was on the way to Banff. So we got to Banff in 3 hours, 10 minutes. Normally takes 4 hours to get there. We were flying. So anyhow, engine lights went on. Now I'm using regular fuel. Engine lights are not going on ever since we added the pill here, because this pill is working with nanoparticles and it's making the gas not so much a higher octane. I'm not going to say that because I have no scientific proof to tell you that, but it's got to be a smoother, fluid going through, going through the engine, and you know, performance has not been manipulated in any which way, shape, or form. I actually have it in 2 BMWs right now sitting in the driveway tonight. So it's, you know, I'm excited. I really, really am. And I could sit here and talk to you all about that, but I want to tell you one more thing, because I know Glenn wants to get off here soon. I know this call's being recorded. The other thing I wanted to tell you is that why gasoline? Like, why should somebody not say no to this? Well, in my 43 years, multi-level marketing has been a very rewarding industry for me. Not in the first 17 years. I was the worst in the world at it. I wasn't very good, shy, introverted, scared, never did well, but learned how to become, you know, exceptionally good at it. But you know what? It's never catered to the masses. Multi-level marketing, despite what any of the false teachers on the internet tell you, it's never catered to mainstream society. You know, they've always put multi-level marketing down, pyramid schemes, whatever, blast, snake oil, health and nutrition, all overrated, all overpriced, all overhyped, right? That's the negative, stereotypical response out there in the industry. You're not going to get that with this pill. Like, this pill caters to every man, woman, and child on the planet now, massively speaking, many great teachers out there say, find something you love, make that your passion, go out there and share it with the world. Don't ever do that. If you want to make money, stay away from things you love in most cases. I don't love this pill. I'm not in love with this pill. I don't lick it or smell it or cut it up and chew on it or anything like that. I could care less about the pill. I care about what the pill does, the cause of the effect. And it's going to create a lot of prosperity for a lot of people, because the world is going through an interesting transition right now. The biggest thing we've learned in the last 2 years on planet Earth is how not to trust people. We don't trust doctors. We don't trust lawyers. We don't trust our politicians. We don't trust our teachers at school. We don't trust anybody, really. Some families don't even trust families. We've learned to become divided amongst people, right? They've been preaching to us about fake elections and everything like that. You know, fake viruses or whatever, whether they're real or not. I'm not here to debate that, whether you're vaccinated or not. That's not what I'm talking about. But you've got two sides to the fence to every argument. Yeah, you know, the vaccinated, the unvaccinated. So, you know, you got all kinds of stuff going on. And now in the media, what's going on in the media now? Every time I go to, mainstream media news, what are they talking about? The price of gas is going up. And it's going up. Like, the price of gas, Leanne knows, she's on here. The price of gas is almost $11 here in Alberta, like a gallon. So you try to figure that out. And when you start hearing that people in the United States, like the prices in the United States, you're all probably complaining about that. In Canada, that's heaven on earth for us, because we know what it's like to be at $5 a gallon, $4 a gallon for the last 30 years, 25, 30 years. That was it for us. That was great. And now we're hitting $11 BC, 11 and a half, whatever it is. It's going up depending on what province you're in. So it breaks my heart to see. And now we have this global crisis of gasoline. There are actually people that go to the 9 to 5 thing, the 4 to 8 thing every day. And some people are literally getting refinancing so they can support their transportation to and from work. And it kind of reminds me when we were in high school, when I was in high school in the late 70s, we'd all say, hey, can you throw 50 cents in for gas? Can you throw $2 in for gas when somebody would steal their parents' car when they went away? And then we'd go in the garage, grab somebody's car and go out and drive mom and dad away. And just telling you how it was back in the day. So we'd all put in $1.50 or whatever it was, have some gas and drive around the neighborhood and, maybe go to a movie theater or something and sneak in. That was the way it was back then. Well, what's it going to be like now? Families are starving. I mean, honestly, like what would life look like today if somebody had to take a month and a half off work? So when you take a look at the compensation plan here and you've got, a semi-solution to people's problems as far as fuel and allowing them to make money with a compensation plan that no other company in the industry has at this philanthropic level. No hoops, no hurdles, no wasted time, no manipulation from company owners. We totally designed this for distributors by distributors. It wasn't about making a company rich because I don't really give a damn about the money anymore. It's okay. It's a good thing, but I could walk away from this industry and my kids are millionaires. They're teenagers. They're set for life. They don't have to worry about it. So we don't care. But we needed to create an equal level playing field for people to enjoy life and benefit from, because I haven't seen that in my 43 years of network marketing. I could ramble on about that. I've seen nothing but corruption at the highest levels in this industry, and that needs to change. So Glenn, I think that's a little bit of my story for now.
Well, man, I definitely appreciate your knowledge and definitely appreciate you jumping on here tonight. And I'm sure that a lot of people got some good insight on what you just shared. Now, real quick, what I want to do, I want to make a quick announcement. It's about 8 past the hour. I know Val is busy, and I don't know if his partner jumped on here or not. I think I saw a trace, but I don't know.
She had to pop off. She did have to pop off.
But what I want to do, everybody in this organization is here because you want to win. And I think that you're on here because you want to learn as well. And, the last call that we had, I was telling everybody that we're going to do everything that we can to help those that know how to do this industry, but especially the ones that have never made, I'm just going to say a 4-figure or 5-figure income, because it's definitely available right here. So I've got a couple slides, and Val, if you want to stay on and kind of help me with this, I want to spend about another 10 minutes or so, 10 to 15 minutes or so, sharing with people what they need to do to get started. Now, I saw you today, you were at a Waffle House and you were eating breakfast, and, you were talking about some things, and, you were actually recruiting, just, didn't have a presentation, just your verbiage was helping people get started. But what I want to do tonight is I want to grab those that are not looking at their watches to see what time it is. I want to grab those that are not concerned about what's on TV right now, what's about to come on in the next 10 or 15 minutes. I want those people that really want to win to stay on this call. And I know we're going to lose. I know we're going to lose some people, but the thing is this: it's not that I don't want to work with you if you jump off of this call. I want to see the people that want to win. And we talk about that all the time because we're in a winning environment right now. We're in something right now that can offset the playing field, that can now help and bring an even playing field to those people that are living from paycheck to paycheck. Those people that are stay at home, that are moms that need extra income, stay at home dads, people that maybe don't even have a job right now. I want to talk to you, people that are looking at your bills and going, man, I've got more money going out than I got coming in. Those are the people I want to stay on this call. Okay. The ones that are doing well, making $100,000 a month or $100,000 a year, you guys can jump off. You probably don't need what I'm going to share with. But if you're not, then I want you to hang in here. And if Val wants to stay on here and kind of help me, because Val has done extremely well in the network marketing industry. And, I'm glad that I met him and Tracy. So, I'm going to go to another slide here. I'm going to share my screen. Those that need to jump off. We love you. Thank you so much for being on here. Get back with the person that invited you tonight. At least enroll, try the pill, See if it works. If it works, then we'll show you how to make some money. If it's not for you, thank you so much for being on the call tonight. Okay, and thank the person for thinking of you. But if you are ready to win, if you are looking for a way to win in this game that we call financial life, I think we can help you. I think we got enough people, seasoned people on this call, where we can just start directing you, not necessarily about how to talk about the pill. The pill sells itself, but how to win in this industry. There have been a lot of millionaires that have been created in the network marketing industry. A lot of millionaires, okay? Self-made millionaires. And I think we got a winner here. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. And I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint. And I want to make sure, can everybody see that again? Just somebody nod or somebody just say yes so I can know, because I can't see
Yep.
it.
Can see it. Yep.
Okay. So some of you are probably saying, well, how do I do this? Okay. I'm hyped up tonight. And then folks, keep in mind that emotion only lasts just for a short period of time. Okay. I'm excited. You know, everybody's excited, but after you leave this, okay, you got to figure out, what do I do? How do I make this work? Okay. Well, we're going to show you. It's very, very simple. All right. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You just got to open your mouth. The first thing that you need to do is join for free tonight. Okay. Get with the person tonight. Find out who invited you and just join. Just grab their link, put your information in, and boom, start your own business. Start understanding the benefits of having a home-based business. Number 2, order your product. Okay. No less than a 3-pack. Now, why are you saying no less than a 3-pack? Because in order for you to earn income in this business, the company designed it to where you have to order at least a $60 order, which is a 60 CV order. You're going to benefit from that over time. I need everybody to mute themselves right now. Here's something going on, because I'm about to go over some really important stuff. Okay. Now, most steps have step 3. Why is the step 3 on here? Because this is step 3. Step 3 is that you need to have a launch party, and you need to start thinking 1,000. Okay. You need to start thinking 1,000. All right. And let's see what we got here. I'm going to just go ahead and work through the noise in the background, because it's all about 10. I don't want anybody thinking that they've got to bring in thousands and thousands of people themselves. Okay. Because if you think that, you're going to jump off this call going, I can't do that. All right. But everybody on this call, everyone within the sound of my voice, knows 10 people that can take a phone call from them. You know, at least 10 people that'll take a call from you who buys gas. All right. Let's see here. Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me find out. There we go. I think I can fix that. Okay. You know, at least 10 people that'll take a phone call from you who buys gas. And if you know 10 people that can take a phone call from you that buys gas, you got some hope in this program, because I want you to forget all about that 3, 9, 27, 81. I want you to forget all about that. Okay. Because we're not going to be talking about that. We don't even need to look at that. The company's going to pay us. I promise you that. Whether you know how you got paid or not, the company's going to pay you. What I want everybody to understand is this. We want to do some things very quickly and take massive action as a team, like many of you have done. Okay. So the very first week, we want you to have a launch party 1,000. We want you to invite 10 people to your own personal launch party or one of these. And we're going to get those individuals to enroll in the program your first week. Okay. That's going to create 600 CV your first week in the business. That means you're going to make $30 a month. Whoop-de-doo, $30 a month. It gets a whole lot better, folks. Okay. The next week, we're going to teach those 10 to do exactly what you did, or more, or better. And now those 10 individuals that you brought in are now going to call 10 people that will take a phone call that buys gas. And they're going to invite them to a launch party, or they're going to expose the business to them either this way or through a launch party or through some other methods that we have that we'll talk about a little bit later. That means that week 2, you're going to have 110 people in your organization. Is everybody following me? Is everybody on my street? Yes or no?
Gotcha.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
how many did you have to do yourself? 10. Okay, 10. Now, we're going to have people that's doing a whole lot more than that. Okay, Mr. Singh out of Minnesota, he's going to blow this up. Okay, but the average person can get 10 people. All right, now that's going to bring you 6,600 CV in your business, meaning that now you've already developed a $330 a month residual income. You got $330 a month coming in. Not enough to quit your job, okay? But it can pay some bills and it can buy some groceries. The next week, we keep working. We don't stop. We keep working. We keep helping each other. All right? We're going to help those 100 people do a launch party. And we're going to tell them that they need to put 10 of their friends, family members, or individuals and do a launch party. That's going to bring 1,000 people in your organization. Now, remember, everybody's just doing 10. Now you have 1,110 people in your organization that's placing a 60 CV order. That means now you got $3,330 a month coming into your home, month after month after month, because you've got people that are buying the product, that are wanting to build a business, and you've done it in less than 4 weeks. Okay. Now, why can I say this? Why do I feel confident that everybody on this call can do that? Because you guys are an example of how this works. I started this group less than 4 weeks ago. And we've got close to, I'm counting 300-400 people. I thought it was 5. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if I can do this, you can do this. You don't have to be a smart person. You don't have to be somebody that knows about the technology. I don't explain the technology. I let somebody else do it. I just send people my link. I get overly excited about something that I still don't know about how the pill works. I could care less. But we're bringing people into business. We're creating hope, ladies and gentlemen. This is an entirely new program. You guys can be at a situation where you've got a comma in your check the next pay period. Why? Because you got help from me. You got help from Val. This is a 3x8 forced matrix. You've got people that I'm bringing in the business, because I'm a big recruiter, that are falling in your organization that you don't know. But guess what? The company doesn't care that you didn't put them in. They're still going to pay you that 5%. Okay? That's the great thing about this program. Val, you want to add to that? I know you've never seen this, but you want to add to it. I don't know if he's still on here or not. I can't tell. He may have jumped off. Okay? So what I want to share with you guys is, if you go down another week, now you've got some life-changing income. You got some life-changing income. Okay. All right. So what I want to do is open up the call for any questions. Now, I'm not real good on the scientific part of the business. If you ask me about the science of the business and about when the company's going to do something, I don't know. Okay, Val may jump back on. But if you want to know how to build a business, these are the questions that I want to answer. Okay, if you're having some issues, okay, and I'm going to stop the recording here in just a second. We still got a good amount of people on here that are winners. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the screen, stop sharing the screen, and anybody that wants to ask questions about what they need to do or whatever experience you're having with other people, let us help you. We got some great leaders. We got Sane on here. We got Glad Money out of Macon, Georgia, home of Aflac Quack Quack Duck. We've got Kyle on here. I think Kyle is on here out of Canada. We got Marcus Field on. He's a business owner out of Kansas. We got people on here that can help you. Okay. So with that being said, first thing I want to do is I want to bring on the very first guy that I sponsored in this program, and I'm going to let him get his stuff together so he can just pop on in here. So I'm prefacing you, Mr. Glad Money out of Macon, Georgia. How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing great. Glenn, can you hear me okay?
Man, we hear you fine.
I'm excited, brother. I tell you, thank you for reaching out to me when you did. I remember the day when Glenn called me up. He didn't text me. He called me and told me what it was. I looked at it. I said, this makes sense. He told me who he was working with, and I know Val. In fact, I introduced Val to Glenn back in the day.
Right.
And so it's a family affair going on right here with a new product, a product that is dominating the minds and hearts of people, not just in my city or my state or country. It's around the world. People are going crazy about this gas, and we got a solution. I think some of these presidents of these nations need to put this on their desk, because this can surely help them. So I'm glad you told me about it, Glenn. I'm excited about it. Every day it is on my mind when I go to work. It's on my mind when I go to sleep. I haven't been getting much good sleep at all because this thing is just dominating my mind. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in the right place at the right time. I've seen some guests that I invited tonight. Hit me up. You know the deal. Get in where you fit in. Thank you for coming. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the real deal. Back to you, Glenn.
So let me ask you this before you leave. What would you tell a new person? Okay, now we talked about the joint. What are we telling people? What's the verbiage that a person should use to get someone on a launch call, or to get someone to see this? What's the simplicity that we're using?
Okay, that's real simple. You're gonna call up your friend John, Joe, Betty, or Sue, and say, "Look, John, Joe, Betty, Sue, what you got going on tomorrow night around 8:15 Central, 9:15 Eastern?" I'm just sitting here at the house looking at TV. Look, John, Joe, Betty, Sue, look here, watch this. Don't put another gallon of gas in your car until you see what I got going on tomorrow night. I need you to come see this. I got to have a sense of urgency. I got to move them and direct them to this call and let them know they need to see this. It's a matter of their family. It could keep some families together. Families break up over money. I just heard Val talk about it's people right now taking loans out. They're taking loans out just to pay for gas on their way to work. They said on the radio today, people are donating plasma over here where we are. They're donating plasma to take care of the gas situation.
Wow.
Something simple. A couple of years ago, we never would have thought that. We wouldn't even be having this conversation, but here we are.
So what you're telling me is all a person has to do is call up someone that they know, there are 10 people, and say, listen, what are you doing at this time?
Yeah.
And then just say, don't put another gallon of gas in your car until they see this information. That's it, right? Nothing else.
They need to come see it. Yes, that's it.
And that's what we've been doing to get hundreds of people in this organization, folks. That's what has been happening. And see, I knew who to call on because I shared that with Gladstone, and he duplicated exactly what I shared with him. That's why I wanted to call on him first, because I know what his organization is doing. He's blowing it up. He's blowing it up. Okay. All right. Simplicity, folks, is what's going to bring people in your organization. Let the product do what it do. Okay. That's what we say in Bama. Let it do what it do. Okay. But at the end of the day, all you want to do is introduce people to this program, get them excited, show them some hope, love on them a little bit, bring them to the party, and let myself, Val, Glad Money, Mr. Sane, Sane, even Leanne, okay, the ladies that are the Canadian group, Kyle, okay, let them be on stage. because the company's going to pay you. They're not going to ask you, well, you didn't bring that person in, we're not going to pay you. That's not how it works. Okay? That's not how it works. You're going to get paid. You're going to get paid every week and every month in this compensation plan. Okay? Now, we've got let's see, Marcus. I'm gonna bring Marcus up real quick. He's got a good organization growing. Marcus, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
How you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you got a group growing. You got some folks that you've been talking to out of Trinidad, right?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
You've got some people that you're talking to not only in the U.S. but also in other areas of the world, right?
Yes, absolutely. I'm speaking to people in Canada. No, there's a massive group in Canada throughout the Caribbean. I'm speaking to, just before we got on the call here, I spoke to one of the senators in the Caribbean island of Grenada. You know, so yeah, I'm speaking to people a lot worldwide. We have a lot of interest in Bahia in Brazil, so they can't wait for it to go there. But obviously, we know we functioning here in the US and Canada first, as we just launched. So I'm speaking to people all over, because one thing I know, I was fortunate to travel to 23 different countries as a former professional soccer player, and there's gas and high prices worldwide. So I'm reaching out to everybody.
That's what you have to do. And you got some other big things working also that you're going to look forward to in the next coming week. So
yeah, absolutely. You and I talked earlier today, and that was fantastic. Got some great feedback from the gentleman and his company, and you know, we're just moving forward with that.
Fantastic. Absolutely. That's awesome. You know, one thing I want to share with everybody as well is that, you know, recruit up, ladies and gentlemen. What do I mean by that? Talk to people that are on your chicken list. What is that? What's your chicken list? People that you think don't need this. Okay. Talk to people that you think wouldn't do this at all. Okay. Those are the people that will get involved, and they'll shock you, and they'll put thousands of people in your organization because of the people that they know. All right. I'm not saying don't talk to everyday folks, but find people also that are willing to, you know, if you've got somebody that, well, let me just say this. Everybody is broke at a certain level. Okay. And what I mean by that is this, right? You got somebody that is, a Warren Buffett. Okay. They say he's the richest man in the United States. Well, he's broke compared to I can't remember the guy's name, but there's somebody that makes more money than he does. Okay.
Elon Musk.
Yeah. Elon Musk. Okay. He's broke compared to Elon Musk. So he's looking for another way. He's looking for additional ways. All right. Then you've got Oprah Winfrey. Okay. She's broke when she compares herself to who?
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry. All right. See, a person that is successful already, they're always looking for ways to have more money, but they've developed ways how to do it. And imagine you talking to somebody that's like that. Think about the connections that they have. Okay. And somebody taught me that a long time ago. They said, Glenn, stop talking to people that you're comfortable talking to. Stop talking to your next door neighbor, expecting your next door neighbor to blow your business up. Get out of your comfort zone, share the information with somebody, and let your upline talk with them. Or let them come to a launch party like this and see 20, 30, 40, 50 people in a room. That's why we want to have large overviews, folks, when we do have them, because you never know that person that's in your matrix. Now, this is a nugget right here. I need everybody to write this down. See, you never know who's in your organization because it's a 3x8 force matrix. You don't know the people below you. All right. But imagine that person that you don't know going and talking to what I call an elephant recruiter. What's that going to do to your business? What if that person goes out and brings on someone that can put 20,000 people in an organization? That person has changed your life. Because remember, the compensation plan is easy. Order 60 CB a month, recruit 5 people, you get paid on all the money. That's it. Okay. What if someone, and I don't, what if someone had recruited Val? How many people would, show of hands, would have loved to recruit Val? Put 9,000 people in a program in 3 weeks. Okay. It's all in talking to people. Don't be a secret agent. Like Glad Money says, only 2 people get paid as secret agents. That's people in the government and Hollywood actors and actresses. Okay. Let people know what you're doing. Just say, hey, look, don't buy another gallon of gas. It's not that you're going to, I haven't had anybody yet tell me, I don't buy gas. I haven't had anybody tell me that. Now, in other programs that I was in, maybe a nutritional product, they weren't into that. But I don't know anybody that doesn't pay for gas. I've never had anybody tell me, I don't buy gas. That's a universal question. Don't buy another gallon of gas until you see what I'm getting ready to share with you. And the only reason that you won't do that is because you don't believe in what you're saying. So with that being said, does anybody have any comments or questions that I can help them with, or that anybody on this call can help them with? Because we won't be doing another one of these large parties. We want to do a lot of launch parties this coming week. We want everybody in this room doing small launch parties, even if it's 3-4 people. Okay, do some small launch parties, because we do a bunch of small launch parties, then we come back together and we do a huge launch party. And next thing you know, okay, I'm needing to get 1,000 room Zoom room. That's what we want happening, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and in a 2,000, do they make a 2,000 room Zoom room? I don't know. Okay, but the bottom line is we want to have a lot of small meetings spin off from this. The leaders especially, get your groups together, have them do some small spin-offs. Okay, and then come back together, and then who knows, we may have Dan on the call next week. I would love to have Dan on the call next week. Okay, but at the end of the day, go right ahead.
I have a.
Okay, go ahead, Glad Money. I'll go after you. Go ahead.
I was looking at the chat room, Kathy R's iPad. I don't know if Kathy is still here, but she had a question about what do you? I think when my man Val was talking, he said 70 liters to a gallon, and she said, how does it save on? She basically want to know, how does this pill save on gas? I think that's what she was saying. I see. She said, yes, she's still here. You want to talk about that a little bit, Glenn?
It's about how the pill saves on gas.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. No disrespect whatsoever. I don't know. I'm just going to ask her to go to the recording. In the beginning of the recording, it'll tell you. I don't know how it saves on gas at all. I don't even know how this light that I've got on here, I don't even know how it works. I just trust it. And when I hit it, it comes on. I have no idea, but I buy it every single month. I've been buying it since I was a grown man. I don't know how it works. I don't know how the pill works. I just know that when I put it in my car, I'm getting better, you're getting better gas mileage. But if you want to know the scientific side, we can definitely send you a ton of stuff to read about how the pill works and the things that it does in your car. We just covered.
Yeah, I think just to piggyback on that, like, Glenn and I spoke today, keep this short, and I think that would be the better thing, Kathy, because I have a mechanical engineering technician background and I could share that with you, but I think some of the terminology I would have to use to be correct, I'm not, you may understand it, you may not. So I think if you go back to the the video where it's broken down would give you a better answer. And Glenn, I just wanted to share something real quick as you touch on it there. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, we all on this call know a minimum of 250 people. Okay, that's a minimum. You know, those of us that, you know, have a Rolodex and get people, and Glenn touched about it earlier, the people you least think that might do this might be the people that want it, you know, so don't exclude anybody, because everybody you know and everybody you don't know uses gas or need gas, right, and diesel, etc. However, the fact that every individual here know a minimum of 250 people, right? If Glad Money and I take our 250 and we add it, we will only come up with 500. And that's not good math, okay? I taught math and science for many years, because the two people, Glad Money, 250 he knows, and the 250 I know, they know 250 also. So let's do it the right way and multiply 250 by 250. And now we have 62,500, right? So that's the number you're playing with, right? That's the number you're playing with just by talking to one other person. Now, whether the person is a prospect or a suspect, you know, with time, you would figure that out. But even, let's say you talk to a suspect, tell that suspect who is not really interested, he or she knows 250 people. And not because they didn't get in where they fit in at that time, you don't have to chase them, okay? If anything you chase will run from you, okay? So don't pursue success, ladies and gentlemen. Become a person of value, and success will chase you. And this product is valuable for everybody. So that's all you're sharing. You're sharing something of value, and the individuals that may not want it at the time, it's okay at that particular time, but then share with them, hey, you know, could you pass this on to your brother or your sister, your aunt, your uncle? We're having a call, you know, thank you for your time. And, you know, so I just wanted to share that with you, with what you're playing with, okay?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I couldn't have said it any better. That was so eloquent. That's it. That's all there is to it, folks. That's all there is to it.
Can I make a comment?
Yes, go right ahead.
Yeah, my name is Michael. I'm in Florida. Thanks, Marcos, for inviting me. I'm from the islands. We play soccer together. A lot of people ask the question, and I've been watching the chat. You know, every car is different. You know what I'm saying? And I think personal experience would answer a lot of these questions. You know, you buy a six-pack, you put it in your own car. You get the experience for yourself. You tell your own story. It's your own testament. You don't need anybody to share that with, or to give you any facts or details, stuff like that. You know, if you have your own experience with something, it's going to create more passion for you to talk to people about it anyway. So a lot of these stuff can be answered just by doing the product on your own. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome.
Glenn, I'd like to reiterate, not reiterate because it was never iterated, okay, but if on the slide that you show with the 100 people that, you know, and you get whatever, that's the 5% in the matrix. And there's one number, maybe it's just too big for the imagination for most, but if you look at, can you go back to that slide? Because I want to look at the number. I just want to speak on the number that I was thinking about. The slide about the hundreds.
That one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, okay. Let's take week 3, right? You got 1,000 people at 60 ZBE at 60,000 CV equals 3,000 a month. However, if in week 3 you got 1,000 people that just bought that product in week 3, you get a third, basically you get $20 for every person who came in the business. Correct? I'm right or wrong?
Well, you're gonna earn 35% of the CV of all of your personals.
Right, of your personals. I'm not talking about the whole company, but I mean, let's just think about if you let's say you brought in 100 people in a month, or say 1,000 people in a month. Well, I'm shooting for 100 myself.
You talking about personally recruited?
Yeah, I'm going to try to personally recruit 100 people. So if I personally recruit 100 people, I mean,
Okay.
it's up to me to do me. All right. So if I got 100 people and they all bought the $60 package, that's 6,000 CV, right? So that's going to be an additional $2,000 right there in my pocket, just from the percentage from the fast start. So this is your monthly goals based on the matrix. But don't forget, you get fast start bonuses and you get matching check bonuses too. So you could have somebody in your group that is killing the business and you're just kind of getting started, right? And they may have a check for 30 grand and your check in what you did was only $300, but you're going to make 50% matching bonus.
Yeah, they'll make $15,000,
Right.
and all they had to do was purchase a $60 order.
Didn't have to be a diamond. Didn't have to be a double diamond. Didn't have to be all that other nonsense.
That's right. That's what a lot of people may not understand. And that's why we're having this call tonight, because some of the stuff may be going over some people's heads, because I talked to a lot of people during the week leading into this. And that's why I wanted to do this tonight, because a lot of people don't really understand the power of the 50% match. And they don't see, every week, the company's going to pay you every week on first orders, on the initial orders. Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
every week.
While you're building your matrix, you're going to get paid every week for all the people that are coming in your organization on levels 1, 2, and 3 that place an order. Okay. So, I mean, just like what Greg is saying, you go out here and you get busy, you actually could make a pretty good income each week if you go out here and have a system of something in place. I don't know, but he's wanting to go out and bring in 100 people in a week or a month. Let's say a month. That's $2,100 part-time in a month. I mean, in a month, plus the matrix bonus of the people that are coming in his organization, plus the 50% matching of the people that he's teaching to do what he's doing. It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. Okay. It's enough to lose sleep at night. It's enough to lose sleep at night. Okay. There are people on this call right now that will become thousandaires in 30 days. I have no doubt. And what's a thousandaire? Somebody's made $1,000 their first 30 days. And then there are going to be some people that are going to become 10,000aires in 6 months. I don't know who they are, but there are people on this call that are going to catch the vision. And then the person that's going to make the most money in this business hasn't even come in the business yet. That's a trip. The person that's going to earn the most income in this program hasn't even been recruited to the business yet. Okay, think about that. All right, that's how this works, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, place your orders. Don't miss the opportunity to start changing your life financially, even if it's an additional $30, an additional $100 a month, an additional $1,000 a month. Okay, it's not going to happen overnight, but it can happen in a short period of time if you go to work and find some people that you'll lock arms with, that'll lock arms with you, and eat, sleep, and drink this business for the next 180 days. You find you 10 people that'll lock arms with you and build this hard for the next 180 days. It's going to, I mean, the income is going to be absolutely incredible. It'll be absolutely incredible for you. Okay. So with that being said, Greg, thank you so much for looking at the numbers to what they are and going after that challenge. Whatever I can do, I'm going to help you get there, help you accomplish that.